chest to control the position of the head. Now, what you have to understand is that the facet joints are on a vertical line down from the mastoid process. So actually, the key, can somebody pass me the model of the craniovertebral joint that is right on top of there? Is that the mastoid process is at the same level of the condyles of occiput. So whatever the mastoid process does is what the condyle of occiput is doing. You follow? The mastoid process is at the same level of the condyles of occiput. So whatever the condyle of occiput is going to do is what you're going to do through the mastoid process. It's at the same level. So your hands are not going to be like this, because you don't even want to put your hands around the mandible. They're not going to be like this. So your hand is going to be right at the mastoid, there, and the rest of the hand is going to be holding the cranium. The opposite hand is going to come around the occiput to the mastoid, and you're going to be able to hold the head against your sternum. His face is going to be free. Here. So your hands are like this. Sorry. Are like this. So one mastoid is going to be here, and the other mastoid is going to be here. Against your chest. And this way you're going to control the vertical movement of occiput up and down. So you want to start with a very simple technique as a long axis type of distraction, unspecific. Nothing specific. You say, okay, now drop your hands. So you're going to be using the weight of the arms and the shoulder girdle. You're going to come around. And now I say breathe in. He goes up, you go up with him. Now I hold the cranium up, and when I say breathe out, you see how the shoulders go down, away from the cranium. Now, you can release the cranium. So what did I do? I did breathe in, muscle contraction. I went up with the cranium, held the cranium up, and when he breathed out, the muscle relaxed, and the weight of the arm and the shoulder girdle does a simple long axis distraction. Unspecific, with relaxation. And I may repeat that 6 times. Breathe in, hold, up, breathe out. And keep on breathing and relax. Breathe in. Hold up, breathe out. Relax, and let go. And you can repeat that on a 6x6 pattern, 6 times, 6 seconds each. Now, once you do that, you're going to come around the mastoid process. The hand that is holding the side that is towards your chest moves out and finds the spinous process of C2. And you come around C2. And now you hold C2. All right? So when I say breathe in, I hold the occiput against my mandibular chest, and when I say breathe out and the muscle relax, I distract C2 from occiput. Relax, let go. No. I'm not going to do that, don't worry. Not just to wake you up a little bit. So you breathe in, find C2, hold C2, and when he breathes out, you're trying to take C2 down. And you're maybe making a 1 millimeter space between C2 and occiput. That's enough. Relax and let go. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Relax. Let go. And there's a reason for this. I'll let you know later. Don't forget that this is a soap opera. Now, why is this so interesting? Because you have to realize that you have to relieve the joint intra-joint pressure. But what's decreased is actually the space between occiput and C2. And atlas is in between in a crowded relationship. If I take the occiput up, atlas will just follow occiput. But if I take C2 down, atlas will follow C2. You follow the idea? So the idea is to get C2 away from occiput, and the tendency is atlas to follow C2, even if it's 1 millimeter. Now, the key, arms on the side, the head as close as possible to a malar-sternal relationship. Get close very gently. Manipulative chest. Breathe in. Breathe out. And you hold it for 6 seconds. Relax and let go. So the whole technique will last between 6 to 10 seconds. Then I find C2. Okay, there's C2, and I go all the way around. Below the mastoid process, horizontal to the spinous process, is going to be the facet joint. So you're in the most lateral aspect of the neck. You're not back here. You're not holding nothing back here. 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 That's where the facet joint is. And you hold it with 1 finger, 2 fingers, or the whole hand. There. Now, when he says breathe in, I move everything up, 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 up. I hold him up. Breathe out, and I take C2 down. If my hand starts to slide, let it slide. Don't try to squeeze harder. It's not necessary. Because some of you start with pink nails, and by the time you feel your fingers are sliding down, they start to get white. Because you start to squeeze harder and harder. And the patient is going like this. Not necessary. Don't forget that you only want 1 millimeter distraction. So if they slide, let them slide. It's normal for that to happen, especially in Florida. Breathe in. Hold, breathe out. And if your fingers slide, that could be many reasons that you can imagine. Greasy necks, sweaty hands, whatever. Put gloves on. And the glove will give you a much more adhesion sensation on the spine, and it will not slide. Once you do that, now you get to that point. I say breathe in, hold, breathe out, and keeping that long axis distraction, you may start to do a little bit of 15-degree rotation. Relax. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. And now, keeping my hand in the malar bone, I can do a little bit of side bending toward the left with a little bit of rotation to the right.